Hey guys, welcome back to Sparkman Homestead. My name is Krista. So I'm finally getting around to doing my 2025 garden planning seed haul. It's not really a seed haul because I didn't order a lot of seeds this year. My plan was to kind of use up some older seeds that I had. This is my seed storage. I have 3 of these containers, and it's just a photo container that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, I think. And it just has all of these little compartments in them, and I just organized them by season. So this top one right here, these are all of my summer crops, like my tomatoes, my peppers, my melons. And then this one right here is the one that I've been in the most lately. This one is my cool weather crops, so my spring and fall stuff. So this video is just going to be a sit down video, and I'm going to show you everything that I'm planning on putting in my 2025 garden. I'm so excited to film this video. I love talking about my garden. I love to garden, and one way that I preserve my food is by canning. So I tend to do a lot of videos on showing you guys how to can stuff that I garden. But one of my true passions is actually gardening. So I'm excited to shoot this video. So to get started on the garden, I already have some stuff started. And if you follow my other videos, you've seen I started my artichokes, my broccoli, my cauliflower, my kohlrabi, some Swiss chard, and some cabbage. So I have that already all started. Today I'm actually going out to my greenhouse and I'm going to be uppotting a lot of those because they've grown nice big and they need to go into a bigger pot. We are in our technically second fall spring. We usually get about 3 or 4 fall springs before we get our real spring. So it has me wanting to be outside in the garden today, but I know it's only the end of February, so it's not really, can't really get too much in the ground. Definitely I could get some radishes put out. Those do well in cool temperatures, and I might end up doing that this week, just putting some radishes in the garden. And if we get more snow, which I don't think we're actually supposed to get any more snow this year, we'll definitely get some more freezes, but I hope, fingers crossed, we're not going to get any more hard freezes. So I will show you the varieties that I started already. So this is the variety of artichoke that I am starting. This is supposed to be a really easy to grow artichoke, and it says it can be grown as an annual. Usually artichokes are a biannual, so you don't get the fruit the first year that you plant it, but this one is supposed to be one. So we're going to try it. I tried planting these ones last year and they came up, but because they came up when it was really hot, they went right to flower. So unfortunately I didn't get to have any of the fruit from them, but the flowers are beautiful. Like, they are such a beautiful purple flower. They're just gorgeous, but I really would like to enjoy the actual fruit. So I'm hoping that these guys will not bolt right away for me. So I already have those ones started. I'm gonna get some more started today because one of our friends at church actually asked if I could start him some as well, because you can't really get those at like our greenhouses around here. So he asked if I could start some seeds for him. So I'm gonna go out to my greenhouse today and get some of those started. Brussels sprouts I don't do in the spring here. That is a fall crop that I do. In fact, I have some Brussels sprouts out in my garden right now that I planted in the fall. They're starting to actually get nice big heads on them now that we're starting to get a little bit more sun, and then we're having the odd warm days right now. So artichokes is a fall winter crop here for me. By the way, if you don't know, I am located in south central Kentucky. So we're right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. We're about 45 minutes north of Nashville, Tennessee, and we are in zone 7AB. Like it really depends, it fluctuates quite a bit. I garden according to 7A. That's what I like to put my plants in, and that's kind of what our frost dates are like. So for broccoli, I planted this variety. I just got this one from MI Gardener. I like this variety. Again, here in the springtime, because we have such a short spring season, it usually in my area goes from like frost to full on summer the next week. Like, it really fluctuates. Our weather is just a really turn off and on weather. That's what I call it, because one day you're in one thing and a light switch goes and you're in the next season. I have found that there is no gradual, nice, slow ascent or descent into our weather. It's just on, off, on, off. So broccoli, I try to grow it in the spring, but it usually tends to go to flower pretty quick for me here. So again, that's another fall crop, but I am doing some this spring, and that's the variety I am doing. So for my beets, I'm going to be actually direct sowing my beets probably in a couple of weeks. And I just got this assortment variety from MI Gardener. It's just got a whole bunch of different kinds in it. It says the varieties include, and I'll leave them below because some of these I cannot pronounce. One of them is a Detroit Dark Red, Bull's Blood, and a Ruby Queen. So I'm excited about that. I love canning beets. I love pickled beets, and I love beets in general, especially like roasted with a little butter and salt and pepper. So delicious. Carrots is another crop that I do in the fall here. If I put them in the spring, they just get bitter really quickly. So I like to do those in the fall. And cabbage. So this year I am planting a couple. Oh no, my cabbage. I'm losing seeds. No. I need to get some more tape. I like to tape these seals shut so that this doesn't happen. So for cabbage, I am going to grow this Copenhagen cabbage. I've had these seeds for a couple years, and they are just beautiful big heads of cabbage. I deal with a lot of cabbage worms or cabbage moths here. So this year I'm going to try to cover everything with an insect covering, and I'm gonna hope that that works. I try to do it, and then I just get frustrated with it because I can't get access to it, and then I end up taking it off. This year I'm really gonna try to keep it on, and hopefully I can get some cabbages. All right, and then I'm gonna be starting these actually today as well. These are a pak choi cabbage. These grow really fast. The grow time on it says 60 days, but I have honestly found that these grow a lot quicker than 60 days. They just do very well in my area, and very quick. So I waited a little bit longer to seed start these. So I'm going to get these started today. And then I will put most of my cole crops in my garden mid-March, because a lot of these crops can handle a little bit of frost. So I'm not too concerned about that. If we do get the abnormal 20-degree low, which hopefully we will not get any more of, fingers crossed. But if for some reason we end up getting more of that weather in March, I have some cotton sheets that I just thrifted. So I went to Goodwill and picked up some discount cotton sheets. I also have what I call a Goodwill bins in my area in Nashville. What it is it's just a whole bunch of containers, and you pay by the pound. So I pick up sheets whenever I'm there, like just 100% cotton sheets, and I'll use those as a frost covering, and I'll just throw them over top so that they don't get damaged. It helps. I think it helps lower the temperature by 5 degrees when you cover it with the cotton. I'm not exactly sure the exact degree. So a couple other varieties of cabbage. I'm going to do this purple Savoya cabbage, and then I'm also going to do this mammoth red rock cabbage. This one actually does really good in my area in spring. For some reason, the cabbage worms do not like this particular variety in the spring. I'm going to specify in the spring, because the fall, they'll just eat anything and they will get at this. But in the spring, they definitely prefer to go after like my broccoli, my green cabbage, all of that stuff, but they leave this particular variety alone. I don't know, it's really weird. So I'm gonna get a couple of those put in the ground. And then for my cauliflower, I am going to be planting this year, just called Amazing Cauliflower. It's supposed to be really good, so we're gonna do that. And then I'm also planting a couple of these fun cauliflowers. I've never actually had these grow because, again, they just bolt so quickly in my area. So I'm hoping that they turn out this year. I started them a tad bit earlier, so hopefully we can get some of those and be able to try them. I've heard it's a delicious cauliflower. I'm excited about that. And then for celery, I already have my celery started because it takes a very long time to germinate. I seed started my celery, and it is now just starting to come up about 15 days after I seed started it. So it takes a very, very long time to germinate, and it takes a very long time to grow. So you have to seed start your celery very, very early. So I've already done that. And this is one of the varieties that I'm going to be growing this year. I've had amazing luck with this variety. A lot of people grow the Utah tall celery. It just does not do well in my area. It just tends to get really, really woody because we have very, very hot summers, like in the hundreds. So the tall Utah, I've just found that that's not a good variety. This one is amazing for my area. Works great. Says it takes 85 days to grow. And then I'm gonna experiment and try to grow this guy. Hopefully the sun is not causing a glare on them and you guys can see the variety names. It's called a Golden Boy Celery. This guy I got from M.I. Gardner, and it says it's a unique celery variety known for its striking appearance and delightful flavor. It's a brilliant golden yellow stalks. It says that these stalks are crispy, crunchy, and succulent, and offering a mild, slightly sweeter flavor. So we're gonna give those guys a try. I don't really eat a lot of celery. I more or less use celery for flavoring stocks, soups, stuff like that. I don't just eat some celery, but I want to try to actually incorporate a little bit more celery into my diet because I've heard it's very, very good. So maybe this golden stuff will make me change my mind about celery. Who knows? So for kohlrabi, I'm gonna grow these guys. They do very well in my area. It's just a white Vivian kohlrabi, and then also the purple. The purple actually, again, it's really weird. This one tends to do a little bit better in my area than the white one. This one tends to bolt a lot quicker. I don't know. They're literally both Vivian. One is purple and one is white. I don't know. I can't figure it out. For the kale and lettuce, I'm actually going to get those seeds started today. So one of my favorite varieties of kale is this Black Magic kale from M.I. Gardner. It's a little bit milder of a taste than your standard kale. This is Steven's favorite variety of kale. This is a blue curled Scotch kale. So I'm gonna get some of this in the ground. This is just the traditional kale. We both like it. I love kale salad, so I'm gonna get a lot of that put in the ground. And then I'm also going to get some of this stuff in the ground. The Black Magic is very, very similar to this variety. It's just a little bit more milder of a kale. It's not so strong of a taste. I love putting kale into soups, and just, you can put them into smoothies too. It just adds a little bit more, you know, healthiness to it. I have a little bit of a lettuce problem. I love lettuce. I love salad. It's my favorite thing. So I have a lot of lettuce seeds, like a lot. So I'm gonna try to be very selective this year on them. I have a green stalk on my back deck, and that is where I'm planning on putting my lettuces this year because I can kind of control it a little bit easier. I can roll it out into the sun during the day, and if it gets a little bit too hot, I can roll it into the shade. And I'm hoping that that will help my lettuce grow a little bit better without it bolting, because where I normally plant it, I can't shade it very well. So I'm hoping that I will be able to have lettuce for longer than I normally do. So I'm gonna plant some of this butter crunch head lettuce. And then I'm also going to plant some red romaine and just some regular standard romaine lettuce. I love having lettuce wraps just instead of having bread. Chicken lettuce wraps are one of my favorite meals. Oh, like a P.F. Chang copycat chicken lettuce wraps, so good. This is another one of my favorite varieties of lettuce. It's just so tender and just, oh, I love it. It's kind of a little sweet. And then this variety right here, black seeded Simpson lettuce, does really well in my area, like very, very good. So I'm gonna plant a lot of that. And then I have some slow bolt asparagus, or not asparagus, arugula. some slow bolt arugula. Definitely have to do the slow bolt here because it gets bitter very, very quickly. And then I seen this one on MI Gardener and I thought it would be worth giving it a try because it just sounded good. It's called a crisp mint romaine lettuce. And it says that it is a staff favorite. It's a romaine type lettuce that appears mint green color, but not in taste. So it doesn't taste like mint. It's a crisp lettuce that is mild, sweet, and crunchy flavor. And the leaves are a little bit spiky. So I thought that would be fun to have in the salad mix. I also have a couple of other little seed packets here. My local Amish have amazing greenhouses and they sell seeds, and I love to get my seeds from them because they are seeds that are saved from things that are grown in my area. They're going to be really used to the climate and grow well in my area. So one of them is just called a salad bowl green loose leaf lettuce, and the other one is just a butter crunch lettuce. These seeds are actually pretty old, so I'm probably going to be very, very liberal with them and just kind of put a lot of them in where I want them, hopefully to germinate because they're pretty old. And then mid-spring, I'm gonna plant some slow bolt lettuce just so that to see if I can get some lettuce throughout the summer. Usually I can't. Usually it just goes literally right to seed. And then I have another red variety here. This one's pretty good. You get free seed packets when you order from Baker's Creek. So I got that one as a free one. And then I also got this as a free gift. I don't know. I'm going to put it in the ground and see what it does. It says here that it's a traditional Japanese under the radar gem. It's buttery, tender, mild mustard green. It says it can be eaten raw in salads or lightly stir fried, and it's amazing pickled. So maybe I might try to do that. It's early to mature, cold tolerant. So we'll see. Maybe I'll try pickling some of that. And then this is another one that I got free. Again, I don't really know. I'll put some in a little area and see what it does. It's a romaine type leaves, and it says it has a crisp center and white seeds. We'll give it a try. And then I just have a whole bunch of like different butterheads in here. Butterheads are our favorite type of lettuce, or butter crunch. I don't know the exact wording for it, but they're our favorite variety because they just are really, really tender lettuce and just love them. So radishes will be direct sown also. I just got a couple of different varieties here. I'm gonna put in some early Scarlet Globe radishes. These guys come up in 22 days, so super fast, super, super fast. I was in Kroger's a couple weeks ago picking up some lettuce, and I was craving radishes, so I bought some radish at Kroger's. Number one, they were expensive. It was $2 for these little radishes. And not only were they expensive, they had zero taste. Like, I love like a peppery radish. And I bit into these radishes and there was like no taste to it. I was so disappointed, so disappointed. I can't remember the last time I actually ate a grocery store radish. So that made me want to get these guys in the ground and see if I can get some early radishes because I'm definitely craving some good homegrown fresh produce. So I'm also gonna try this variety and then this variety. I love just to have all different kinds of varieties. And then this one's super good too. This is a French breakfast radish. So I'm gonna get these guys in the ground sooner than later. So hopefully we can be enjoying that. Now, because we had all of the floods, my garden is really, really flooded at the back. And I had to unfortunately take down my trellises because it was really bad out there. And I need to get my peas in the ground. Here in my area, peas should have probably went in the ground last week, but we had snow on the ground. So obviously I did not get the peas put in, but I am probably going to make it my goal to get out there this week and get these guys put in the ground. So I'm gonna do some of these snap peas. I love having snap peas in stir fry or just like dipped in ranch dressing. I'm also going to try some of these ones as well, golden sweet peas, and then just a couple of different varieties of shelling peas. We have these 3 varieties right here. I'm just gonna grow them, just mix them all together and just have just peas. Peas you don't get a lot from plants. You really need to grow a lot of peas in order to be able to preserve a lot. If I don't get a lot put in the ground this spring, then I'm going to make it a goal and try to get some put in a fall garden because they'll also do well in the fall. Spinach, I actually already have some spinach out in my garden right now. It did get a little bit frostbit from this snow and the cold weather we had, but I actually went out there yesterday and checked it and it is bouncing back. So that will fill the whole bed. So I don't need to get any spinach started this year. That's already done. This is Swiss chard. I already got some seeds started. Guys, I have to tell you, you see a lot of these like M.I. Gardner or Baker's Creek seeds. There's just a whole bunch of different assortment of seed places that I get my seeds from. Do not underestimate dollar store seeds. These are from the dollar store. You get 4 for $1, so 25 cents for this package. These guys germinated right away. It's food. It says 100% non-GMO. Because a lot of people say, why are you using those seeds? They're full of chemicals. It's a seed. And if you don't have very much money and you want to grow a garden, it's a seed and it's going to grow you organic food. Once you put that seed in the ground and the food comes up, how you take care of that food is, in my opinion, what makes it organic. You don't have to spray it with chemicals. You can literally just use natural things to keep stuff off of it. And you paid 25 cents for how many seeds are in here? There is a lot of seeds in here for a lot of food for 25 cents. So please, if you want to start a garden, but you don't have a lot of money to be ordering seeds from all of these fancy seed places, go to dollar store. Walmart even is expensive. Walmart is like $2.99, I think, for a seed packet. Try the dollar store out or Dollar Tree, whatever you have in your area. Last year I grew some lettuce from the dollar store and it was by far the best lettuce that I grown. Like out of all of the expensive packets that I had, the dollar store lettuce did the best. So don't underestimate that. So that's going to be my spring garden. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this video into 2 parts and just kind of do 2 bonus videos for you guys in the middle of the week. So I am going to film another video showing you guys all of my hot weather or summer crop stuff. So stay tuned for that one. So thanks again, guys, for watching this part 1 video. And I hope you all just get out there and just enjoy the beautiful weather. If you are still unfortunately dealing with a lot of cold weather and you're under snow, then at least start garden planning. Like start planning and just dreaming of the green weather like I am. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a good day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.